Alright, y'all, check this out. So, today is Friday, the day that I'm filming this, and next week is Romanceathon, and I was very excited about it. I still am, but I just found out that I'm gonna have to work like 50 hours next week, so that's not fun. This happened to me during the backlist readathon too, and so I think this is just gonna be like a common thing where every time I plan on participating in a readathon, I gotta work a lot, so. But anyways, I decided that I'm going to start reading for Romanceathon today because there's not going to be a lot of time next week during the readathon, so that's just how it's going to have to go. I'm dressed for work right now, but I still have about 40 minutes before I have to leave, and so I'm going to start reading. I started reading The Fault in Our Stars because I decided that I didn't want to use up the time during the readathon to read a book that I've already read before. So I started reading that a couple days ago, but I'm still not finished with it. So I think I could probably finish it today and start one of the books that I have planned for Romanceathon tomorrow when I get off of work at 5. Right now it's about 2 o'clock. I have to go to work in a little bit, and I get off at 9:30, but then I work at 9 tomorrow, so I'm probably not going to stay up too late reading because then I'll be super tired. But yeah, that is the plan. If you are participating in Romanceathon, I hope that you have a wonderful time, and let me know what you're reading. Hey y'all, so it is like 11:30. I got off of work at like 9:30-ish, and I was just kind of relaxing, and I took a shower earlier. I didn't read anything when I got home, but earlier today I got to the halfway mark in The Fault in Our Stars. I could definitely finish it tomorrow because it's going by really quickly. So tomorrow I work 9 to 5, so I'll read for a little bit on my break, and then when I come home I gotta do a few things, and then I'll finish The Fault in Our Stars. And I just checked out the 5-year plan off of Libby. I had it on hold and it just came in today, so I'm gonna have to read that one first, and I'm really excited. I think that one was the one that I said I was the most excited about for this whole readathon. So, but yeah, I am going to read for about 30 minutes before I go to bed. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Hey guys, it is Saturday evening. It's about 10:30 almost. I've had a very relaxing night. Me and my family watched Jaws, and then after that we watched a couple episodes of this new show on Netflix called The Floor is Lava. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of fun. So, but I haven't read anything today, so I'm going to read a little bit before I go to bed. Tomorrow I am off for Father's Day. I'll probably read a little bit in the morning, and then I won't be able to read again until a little bit before I go to bed because we're doing some stuff tomorrow with my dad. I didn't finish The Fault in Our Stars like I thought I would. I've still got about like 100 pages, I think. So, okay, I'm gonna get as far as I can tonight before I go to bed. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it in the morning and start the 5-year plan. I'm very excited, so I will see you all in the morning. Hey y'all, so it is like 12:30 in the morning, so today's Monday, and I just finished The Fault in Our Stars. It's crazy. I thought I was gonna finish on Friday, but I didn't because I finished on Monday. So today's officially the first day of Romanceathon. But anyways, I finished The Fault in Our Stars, and this was my 3rd time reading The Fault in Our Stars, and this is the only time that I've like bawled my eyes out. I don't know what was different in terms of my experience reading this book, but I did cry a lot reading it this time. So I am about to get ready for bed. Now I have to work in the morning at 10:30. Tomorrow I have a pretty short shift. I only have to work for a handful of hours. So after work, I'm going to start reading the 5-year plan. And then I am going out with one of my friends that I haven't seen since like January. Yeah, so that's the plan for tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow. Hey guys, it is Tuesday. I am upstairs and I just realized that I forgot to update you yesterday on my progress. So I got off of work at 3, and then after I went out with one of my best friends to have like a picnic type of thing. We were, oh hi Sharon, we were social distancing, so don't worry, we were careful. And when I got back, I read for a little bit, and then yeah, that was basically it. Hi. And I believe I got about 130 pages into it yesterday. The ebook for me is 499 pages. I don't know if I said this already, but today is my day off of work, and so I've just been like relaxing. I read a little bit this morning, and then I've just been doing stuff around the house, and I'm about to make lunch and read a little bit more, so I'll update you a little later on what's going on. So see you later. He wanted to be in the video. Say hi. Okay. So it's about 8 o'clock right now. I did read for a little bit earlier. I've had kind of a weird day. I did not read as much as I thought I was going to read, but I have gotten farther than I thought I was going to get, if that makes sense. So I am currently sitting at the halfway point of the book, and it's pretty good, but it is definitely like a slow burn romance because we're halfway through the book and there's not really any romance happening, which worries me because I'm thinking that the romance is going to come in last minute and then I'm not going to like it because it's going to feel rushed. This one's like a second chance romance. The first chapter is told in present day, and then the rest of the chapters after that are told from 5 years ago, which I'm glad about because if it was told in alternate chapters, I don't think I would have liked that very much. So the characters' names are Aiden and Orla, and the way they met was so funny. And they've just become good friends ever since they met. So this is like a friends to lovers, which I know nobody likes friends to lovers, but I think that if it's done like the right way and if you get like all the sweet spots, then it can be like the best romance that you've ever read. Because I've read some 5-star friends to lovers romance. Tomorrow I have to work at 10:30, so I'm not going to stay up too late reading. I'll probably go to bed at like 12. So that gives me 4 hours to read. So that is the plan for tonight, is to read the rest of the night. And if I actually commit and not get distracted, then I should be able to finish tonight, and then I can start my next book, which we will talk about when I finish the 5-year plan. So I will see y'all in a little bit when I update you, probably like 2 hours or so. So it is almost 11 o'clock and I have about 170 pages left. I don't think I'll be able to finish it tonight unless I stay up till like 1 o'clock in the morning, but I don't want to do that, so we'll just see how it goes. But I'm probably going to end up finishing it tomorrow. So it's about 1 a.m. I started to get really tired like 45 minutes ago, and my vision was getting a little blurry and I was losing focus, so I did not finish the 5-year plan. However, I only have like 45 pages left. I don't want to stay up any longer. 1, because I'm tired, and 2, I have a very long day at work tomorrow, and so I don't want to be tired at work tomorrow. And so I am getting ready for bed now. If I wake up at a decent hour tomorrow, I could potentially finish before I go into work, but that's highly unlikely. When I finish, I am most likely going to start reading Love and Other Train Wrecks. I haven't decided if I want to read that one or Regretting You. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it a little bit tomorrow, and tomorrow after work I will be starting my third book. Tomorrow after I finish, we'll talk about the 5-year plan when I'm not tired and exhausted. So yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. So today is Thursday. I didn't end up updating you yesterday about my progress on anything because I forgot and I was tired. But yesterday morning I did wake up at like 8:30, and so I did end up finishing the 5-year plan. So book number dos finished for the readathon. I got home from work at 8 o'clock. I didn't end up reading anything last night. I've actually been feeling like a little bit slumpy at the moment, like starting a couple days ago, but I guess I just didn't realize that it was slumpy. I just thought I was like too tired. But it does really feel like a slump now because I don't really feel like reading anything. Like, I have no plans to read anything today, and that kind of makes me nervous because I really don't want to be in a slump because I've just enjoyed reading so much this year, even if like a lot of the things that I'm reading haven't really been like my most favorite things, but like I really don't want to be in a slump right now because like reading is such a comfort for me, and these last few weeks I've just been feeling like super anxious about everything, and so like if I'm not reading, I'm gonna be like, know what I'm saying? Okay. But anyways, I want to talk about the 5-year plan really fast. I didn't rate it on Goodreads yet because I knew that it was going to be like subject to change, because I usually always like end up changing my ratings. So I just didn't rate it right away. I know like normal people do that, but I usually just rate it right away. But no, I've been thinking about it a little bit, and I kind of know what my rating's gonna be now. I think I'm gonna go with like a 3.5 out of 5 stars, but on Goodreads I'm gonna give it a 4 because that 3.5 is leaning more towards a 4 than a 3. It was good, but it wasn't great, and it wasn't like what I wanted it to be. The romance started coming in a little after halfway through the book, and so it was very much slow burn. But when the book really started getting into the romance aspect of the book, it like took it and ran with it, and so like it went like super fast, like the second half of the book did, which I don't really know how I feel about that. I do want to talk about one like minor spoilery thing about this book. And so if you don't want spoilers for this book, then click off this video or fast forward until you do not see the words spoilers right here on the screen. And so I will be talking about them right now. So this isn't really like revealing anything too much about the book. I just want to talk about it because it annoys me a little bit. Aiden is a wildlife photographer, and that's what he does for a career. And so he moves around a bunch. And Orla knows this like right from the get-go because he told her that when they were doing the interview for whatever the interview was for. And so like we already knew that he was gonna leave in like 3 weeks or something like that. But then she had to go and get her feelings hurt because she had to like catch feelings for this dude. Like, I know sometimes you really just can't help it, and I really do love them together because they're so cute. But the thing that annoys me about this is that when he does leave, she gets like super upset and offended that he even left. Like, he actually invited her to come with him. He was like, I want you to come with me. And she was like, I can't just like stop what I'm doing and like quit my life to start a new life with you. Like that. And so he left because it's his job, like, and she got super offended about that. And that is like the thing that annoys me. Like, so now that I'm done with that book, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because like I said, I am feeling slumpy, so I think today I'm just gonna like chill out. I have to go to work in like 4 hours, And so I think I'm gonna start editing the footage for this vlog, because like I don't want to have to like end up doing it at the last second, because that stresses me out and that's gonna take me a long time. So I'm gonna start editing what I have, and then I'll just like add to it as the week goes on. And then I think I'm gonna go for a walk. I don't even know what the weather is outside because I haven't been upstairs. I have been wanting to watch the new show on Hulu that came out like a week ago. It's called Love, Victor. I've been wanting to watch that, but I haven't like found the time, and so maybe I'll watch an episode or two before I have to go to work. So I will see you guys later when I get off of work. I get off of work at 10. Okay, it's 11:30. I got my hot chocolate, which means I'm about to read for like a good hour, which staying up till 12:30 in the morning probably isn't a good idea if I have to work at 9 tomorrow. We're gonna do that anyways though. Yesterday I had said, okay, today's Friday by the way, but yesterday, Thursday, I had said that I didn't want to read anything because I really just didn't feel like it, but I actually did start reading Regretting You by Colleen Hoover, because I did want to see if I could read 3 books during this readathon, so I wanted to use up as much time as possible. And so I started reading Regretting You, and I am like 60 pages into it so far. I'm going to read for about 45 minutes and then I have to go to bed. And I work at 9 a.m. tomorrow till 5, and so when I get home I'm going to spend the rest of the night reading, and then I'm off on Sunday, the final day of Romanceathon, so I'm probably, I hope, I don't want to jinx it, so I might be able to finish this during the readathon, and if I don't, I might be really sad, but okay, I might update you guys later before I go to bed, so see you later. It is 1:15 in the morning. It is Sunday morning, the last day of Romanceathon. I did not end up updating you guys last night or yesterday. I don't think I saw you guys yesterday, Saturday. And I didn't update you Friday night, I don't think either. But Friday night I did get like a pretty good chunk into Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. It was probably like 50-60 pages or something, but after work today I did read like more than half of the book. Again, it's like 1:15 in the morning and I'm on page like 240. I have about 120 pages left, I want to say. There is a lot going on at one time in this book, and it's kind of overwhelming, but at the same time, like, I love it so much. Like, I have not experienced a book in the way that, like, I'm experiencing this book, if that makes sense. I am not even finished with this book, and I already know that it is easily going to be one of my new favorites. Like, this book is just so good. But yeah, I need to go to bed because I'm exhausted and my eyes hurt from reading for hours on end, and so hopefully I'll be able to finish this at a reasonable time tomorrow so that I can wrap up this vlog before I go to bed tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and I will talk about how I'm feeling after this book, and then I will wrap up this readathon vlog. Y'all, I finished reading Regretting You about 2 hours ago, actually. Welcome to the wrap up of this video. So today is Sunday and it is the last day of Romanceathon, and I've had a really good time during this readathon. Like, truly, I really did enjoy the experience. So just to wrap it up really quick, I had intended on reading 4 books. I read 3, which is really good for me, even though technically I started reading one of the books before the readathon started, but I finished it on the first day of the readathon, so it counts. So I ended up reading The Fault in Our Stars by John Green and The 5-Year Plan by Carla Burgess, and I read Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. The book that I didn't get to this week was Love and Other Trainwrecks by Leah Conan. This week I read 1,167 pages and 3 romance novels. 2 of them were female authors, 1 of them was a male author. I gave The Fault in Our Stars 5 out of 5 stars. That one was my reread for the month of June. I gave The 5-Year Plan 3 out of 5 stars. And I gave Regretting You 5 out of 5 stars. First, let's talk about The Fault in Our Stars. So obviously I said this one is a reread, so I've read it before. It became one of my favorites when I first read it, and so I already knew that I was going to really love this one, but this time I actually cried while I've read it. I haven't cried before reading it. This will be the 3rd time that I've read it, so I don't know what was different in terms of my experience reading it, but I did enjoy this reread a lot. Next, let's talk about The 5-Year Plan. This one I enjoyed for the most part. There were some elements that I loved and some elements that I didn't really enjoy that much. This book follows a woman named Orla whose dream is to write for this very fancy newspaper in London, and she doesn't want anything stopping her or getting in her way, and so she doesn't have time for relationships is what she says. And then this book also follows Aiden, and his goal is to capture the beauty of wildlife and the importance of keeping the environment safe for animals and warn people about climate change. And so when they meet and fall in love, they decide that they are going to put their relationship on hold so the both of them can pursue their dream. And then they meet again 5 years later. It sounded really good and heartwarming and fun, and it was, but it wasn't like as good as I thought it was going to be. Like I had said previously that it was good, but it wasn't great. I also said that I was going to give it a 4-star on Goodreads, but then I was thinking about it a little bit more, and I realized that the book was actually kind of forgettable because I kind of already forgot that I read it up until like 10 minutes ago. And so I knocked it down to a 3-star, which is a little unfortunate because that was the one that I said I was really excited about. But and now let's talk about Regretting You. This book was so good. This one is easily a new favorite for me, and this is easily the best book that I've read so far this year. And I almost didn't read it. I was gonna read Love and Other Trainwrecks instead, but I am so glad that I read this, because if I didn't read this during this readathon, then I probably wouldn't have got to it this year, and I would have regretted that so hard. No pun intended. This book follows Morgan and her daughter Carla. The both of them lose the most important person in their lives, the husband slash father, in a horrible accident, and that results in their relationship kind of like running into a hiccup, and their relationship starts to fall apart. So I'm not really sure if this is supposed to be like categorized as a romance, but they both run into a like romantic relationship in the middle of all of this, and so I think that's why like it's considered a romance, and that's why I read it during Romanceathon, because there is romance in it. I didn't give you guys like an update when I finished, so we're gonna talk about that right now. Like within like the first few pages of this book, like the story had already escalated, and so like this book is very fast paced, but it wasn't necessarily rushed. Like this story was thought out so well and executed perfectly. Like I love this book so much. This book is basically about love and pain and anger and grief and it really shows, like, in a very raw way how people deal with those types of things. And I was very surprised when I found out that this book is actually young adult. Like, it doesn't feel like a young adult, and I don't even think I bought it in the young adult section, but it is a young adult. But if you are interested in reading this but you're not a fan of young adult, do not let the young adult part stop you from reading this, because this book is so good and you're missing out if you haven't read this. This book did make me cry a couple times, so that's a good sign for me. But yeah, this is my favorite book that I've read this week. This is my favorite book that I've read this week, and it is probably my most favorite of the year, so this is the end of my Romanceathon vlog and the end of the readathon. I had such an amazing time, and I really can't wait for next year again, because I love romance. It's my favorite genre, and I've been trying hard not to only read romance, and this week was just the perfect excuse for me to binge romance like I've been wanting to. But now I'm going to move on to some other things, and I actually do have a lot of reading plans for the second half of the year. Part of my reading plans include like a whole lot of vlogs, and speaking of vlogs, I understand that this one might not be as fun because like I didn't want it to be like super long, so I didn't vlog that much. So like the majority of this video is probably just me talking and not really anything else, and some people might find that boring, I don't know, but again, I didn't want it to be like a super long video. Hopefully these next few vlogs that I'm planning will turn out a little bit better than this one. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And if you haven't already, check out the hosts for this readathon. I'll have them linked in the description as well. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!